Hey, everybody. We're back. Your favorite two handsome gentlemen are here. I'm
We
joined
are
by
here.
the most handsome man on the internet, Big Daddy Joe.
It's good to see
And you,
everyone today.
absolutely. You got the bald beauty, Nate, in the house. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day.
It's good to see my twin.
It is good to see my twin. So, sir, I've been online a lot lately, and I've noticed WrestleCade's got a lot of really cool performers coming this year.
Oh,
Like they're
yeah.
really stacking the deck on talent. So I wanted to ask you a question, sir.
All right. What
Who
is
are
it?
you most excited to meet this year at WrestleCade?
There's so many that I'm excited to meet at WrestleCade, man. I just saw that Willow is going to be there. Super excited to meet her. Let's see. I'm just looking forward to going to the show as well because that show is always awesome on Saturday night.
Off the chain.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to meeting a whole bunch of people, man. Like, let me get my mind right and think.
I know one you're excited to meet for sure.
Tell me about it. Who?
Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, yeah.
And I probably butchered that name all to pieces.
Yeah, definitely, was choosing Okada to win, and he did.
So for me, man, I think this year I'm going to try and meet Swoggle.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm thinking about the Good Brothers too. Gallows and Anderson.
Hmm.
Great tag team there. The Mouth of the South's going to be there again this year. And I think the one I really want to go see outside of like the Hardys and stuff, you could pick on me all you want to. I want to see Curry Man. Spicy.
Oh, let me not forget about Mina Shirakawa. And I've never met Rob Van Dam, so I would really like to meet him too.
RVD. Just a couple more performers. I'm going to name them all. Magnum
Hmm.
TA, legendary NWA wrestler. Vampiro is going to be there. Megan Bain. We got Dawn Marie from ECW. Ken Anderson, also known as Mr. Kennedy.
Hmm.
Kennedy. Just so like loaded with talent. There's even going to be a special Tully and Tessa Blanchard photo op. I'm not going to spring for that one, but that's a song for another time.
And
But
Carlito's gonna be there, man.
Carlito's going to be there. Gigi Dolan and Isla Dawn too. So
Oh yeah.
it's going to be a stacked meet and greet, stacked mega card at the end of the night.
And I
And
don't
I know
think
what
they're
you guys
done.
are thinking. No, there's way more coming down the pipe. What are you guys doing talking about WrestleCade? And it's August. WrestleCade's in November. We'll get to that at the end of the
We'll get
show.
to that at the end. Yep. Spoiler.
So, special thing, guys. First off, I hope you're subscribed. Just hit that little subscribe button. It's free, helps us out a ton. And if you like what you see, hit that like, share, all that good stuff. Let's get that out of the way early
Bing, bing,
because we
bong.
have a rather depressing topic. If you've been keeping up with the news, Karrion Kross and Scarlett are
Yep.
no longer with WWE. And Joe, to me, that is nothing more than a mere mishandling of talent.
Yeah, they wasted them. And I know how you felt about Karrion Cross, and I'm not going to say that I wasn't as far off because I wanted them to use him correctly, as well as Scarlett, but allowing their contracts to expire, even though they were over, I just feel like it's bad PR, and I think that the WWE has had a lot of bad PR this year. And this is just one more thing to add to the stack. I guess we could talk about this part later too. I don't want to spring it on you, but the whole ESPN thing where they're moving to all the PLEs being on ESPN next year.
$30 a month.
Yep, $30 a month. And I mean it's gonna cost fans to watch TV, not to go to shows. It's gonna cost fans like 500 something dollars a month just to be a fan. I mean a year just to be a fan.
So we can touch on that one too, man. This is now there's rumor and speculation that this contract situation is a work.
Hmm.
Who knows? In 2 weeks, this all may be null and void. We'll wait and see. But I really wanted to hone in, man. We've noticed it a lot, especially the past 20 years. A lot of talent that is really good that just doesn't get their due when they have the time in the spotlight.
The Hurt Syndicate.
That is one of the number one things on my list.
Yeah.
How do you have a guy like Bobby Lashley that carried the world title the way he did up until what was it? He lost it to Big E,
Hmm.
and then what's he doing? Then you had the hurt business in WWE,
Yeah.
and it was over like Rover, and then you just disband it for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that they do main event black wrestlers that well in the WWE as far as males go. Now, if when it comes down to the women, they do pretty well with them. But the men, I don't know why. But yeah,
That goes back to the topic we've talked about several times. Pro wrestling as a whole
yeah,
does not know how to book black talent properly.
yeah.
It's unfortunate because I look at a guy like Carmelo Hayes, who we'll probably talk about some tonight.
Definitely was going to bring him into the conversation.
It's like once these guys go from NXT to the main roster, it's like, all right, what are you doing now?
Yep. And let me go on a little bit of a rant about my boy Carmelo Hayes. He is him. Okay. Now I know that they say he says that he is him and all that stuff, but he really
No, no, no.
is.
He is
He
him.
is him. Okay. Carmelo Hayes has the talent, the mic work. Oh my God, he's so good on the mic.
And the
Um,
look. He is
and the
like,
look. He
pause for a
is
second because he is devastated. He's a very handsome dude.
very handsome man, very handsome young man, very like if you put him and Roman Reigns next to each other, it's just double handsome, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
so why is he not over and getting a push much like say a Jey Uso is?
And
And yeah,
to
on that
piggyback
level.
on this too, our
Oh,
our
okay.
first
Here.
1,000 view video on our Wrassle Twins TikTok
Mm-hmm.
was Carmelo Hayes' entrance that you did at Greensboro.
Wow.
So I wanted to make sure to double check that. So yeah, the dude's special.
Yeah,
He's a and we use this term a lot, but this guy legitimately once in a generation talent.
absolutely.
Now, it's probably one of those things I may be giving too much credit. Okay. But I'm hoping it's one of those things to where they want to let him bide his time on the main roster for a bit and then pull the trigger. But I don't have a lot of confidence in it anymore. And I'm a WWE guy. I love WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Clearly, I love it
but this,
because I spend a lot of money and time on WWE. So,
we talk a lot about it, you know.
yeah,
But it's one of these things to where what do we have to do to prove that to the talent that we're investing in them
yeah,
more than just financially, but like on the same token, look at a guy like Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed,
yeah,
two incredibly talented guys. Not taking anything away from either one of those guys. But why can't you put a Carmelo Hayes in a similar spotlight as you got these guys in? They're in the main event every week
mm-hmm.
or adjacent to it. You know how I feel about Braun Breaker anyway.
Yeah. You know how I feel about Braun Breaker too. He's one of my favorite wrestlers right now, and I feel like that's just gonna my love for him is gonna grow and grow as he continues to get better and better because he's only improving. His mic work is improving. Even the little times when he starts to really crash out and his voice gets up real high and then he starts to crack. For some reason, I love it. It reminds me of how angry I
It
can get
works
sometimes.
because that happens in real life.
Yeah.
Real life, and you get angry, your voice fluctuates. If your voice doesn't fluctuate, there's something wrong, right?
Yeah.
But then this is an issue though that's gone back for years. Because I would like to take a minute to talk about our boy Christian
Yeah.
doing great things in AEW, did great things in TNA, like amazing things in TNA.
Hmm.
But if you go back to early 2000s WWE, Vince McMahon wanted to put a blue dot on his face every time he came out to the ring.
Mm.
Why? Because the dude's good. Now, he doesn't look like a bodybuilder, but I don't want all my wrestlers to look like bodybuilders.
Right.
He can go in the ring, he can go on the mic. The stuff he did in TNA in the mid 2000s is legitimately some of the best work that company had ever seen outside of Kurt Angle and AJ Styles and Sting.
And Sting. Speaking of Sting in the WWE, as you all know, he is my favorite wrestler of all time. Doesn't matter what,
All the times.
all the times. Okay. But I have to be honest and admit that Sting in WWE just did not work. And it didn't work because they didn't work with him right.
It didn't gel.
So it was kind of tragic to see him kind of waste that a little bit amount of time of his career there because they did not appreciate him. Even though, of course, he was Sting and he was over with the crowd, they definitely just would not give him the due that he deserved in terms of main card title shot type stuff. I don't know what's wrong. Like the Crow is one of the most, like, to me, legendary wrestling monikers there is. Why couldn't we use that?
That and why couldn't we get Sting versus The Undertaker instead of Sting versus Triple H?
Oh my God.
Crow
That
Sting
was
versus the
such
Phenom.
that was such a
I
missed
love
opportunity.
I love Bray Wyatt. He had a good match with The Undertaker that year, but more people would have tuned in. More butts would have been in those seats.
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker, Sting, once in a lifetime. Just two legends that get it. It wouldn't have been about holds and ring work. It would have been about psychology
Yeah.
with two of the best psychological wrestlers to do it. Two of the best characters in wrestling history.
Yep.
But no, Vince McMahon had Vince McMahon, and how do I say this phrase I'm wanting to say nicely? Blow his own ego to put another WCW versus WWE storyline. And guess what? WCW had been dead for years at that point.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. The fan base, even the loyal, diehard WCW people at that point, did not care. And the NWO helping out Sting, really? After Sting spent
Mm-hmm.
all of his time fighting the NWO back at, I'm gonna blow a gasket. And this happened what, 12 years ago? I'm
Yeah.
gonna blow a gasket. It's ridiculous.
Didn't make any sense.
And thank the good Lord above for Tony Khan being able to give Sting a retirement run worth watching.
Yeah.
And uh, this isn't from a WWE hater. This is a WWE stand that's saying Tony Khan did Sting better than Vince McMahon ever could.
He did. And
Because sometimes,
there we go right there. Wolfpack's thing. I like that thing too. That moniker as well.
yeah, Wolfpack, he was still the Crow, just red and black, you know.
Yeah.
So you were thinking Sting. Let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
another WCW guy the WWE screwed over. Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh, DDP. They did. Go
You're
ahead,
going to
man.
bring him in to stalk the Undertaker's wife. First off, DDP was married to Kimberly Page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he wasn't stalking nobody, and most of your fan base knew it. Secondly, the most beloved character in WCW, and you're going to take him and turn him into a stalker and a heel. You're going to try and make DDP a heel. You can't make DDP a heel.
Right.
He is the underdog. He started wrestling in his 30s. In his 30s. Nobody does that. He did it and did it well. The $1 million smile, he was just an all-around good dude.
He was, man. And he went to WWE and basically, I can't say he became a nobody, but he was a nobody in WWE.
He was he was a shadow of his former self.
Yeah. Let's talk about one of the greatest wrestlers right now, period, in any company, Swerve.
I knew it. I already had it going, baby.
Yeah. He was fumbled by the WWE again because they don't know how to use, nor will they even try to use black male talent in the main roster. He had to go.
Not successfully. It was another one. NXT, amazing. Called up, nothing.
Yeah, and it makes me think about like Trick Williams right now and Obafemi and my boy
Our
Javon.
boy
Like,
Javon Evans.
yeah, like Javon Evans is from right here. And I'm a big fan and I follow him very closely. Uh NXT, they popping, you know. Uh I just don't want them to fizzle out like they did Carmelo when they called him up.
And I hope they don't. I'm hoping they are learning from these NXT mistakes because I'm going to give a little bit of grace, probably where I shouldn't. But they are
You're just a
building
nice guy.
significant star power behind guys like Trick Williams. They're not just going to. That's my problem. I want to see the good in everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anybody put this. They're not going to just send anybody to go to TNA and represent TNA and represent WWE in TNA,
Right.
right? But they send a guy like Trick Williams. Wesley is another one. I'm worried about him when he gets caught up. because he is so good that I'm worried that they're going to be like he's Dolph Ziggler syndrome all over again.
Yeah,
He is so good that it doesn't matter if he wins or loses, and it matters
it does.
in this
But
choreographed sport. Do
here
what?
is another one though, and I know a lot of people will probably disagree with me here. In the way that they did Jey Uso's heavyweight title run, and how quickly, I know it was to get Goldberg so that Goldberg could have his final match against Gunther, and then Gunther almost immediately lost the belt to CM Punk. CM Punk loses it to Seth, right? Um, but I feel like we just got a here you go, finally. You know what I'm saying? Just here, whatever. And then 60 days later, gone. When they were building up for, like, everybody wanted to jump Jey Uso. Everybody was coming for his neck. They could have done so much more with it, but instead they decided to go a different route.
I think Uso might be the one to take the belt off Rollins. So
Hey, I'm for it.
just watching what I'm watching, it could very well go to that. But that's just because they played out Roman versus Seth. I don't care to see it anymore.
Yeah.
Speaking of, while we're talking about this, man,
All right.
John Moxley in
Oh,
WWE,
yeah.
like the Shield. Dean Ambrose was good. After he
Hmm.
leaves the Shield, it's like, what are we doing here? Because it's not like this dude's genuinely crazy. He's going to hurt me. It's like, oh, he's just silly. He's just a silly goose. That's the way they treated Dean Ambrose's character. And
Right.
it's like Mick Foley pulled off the lovable psychopath well because there was that glint in his eye
Hmm.
that told you he was going to tear you apart if you gave him the chance.
And
With
would.
Dean Ambrose, they just like he's just a goofy dude. And while we're here, Ron Killings is right there.
Yeah.
He's
They
been with
just
the
rebooted them.
company since '08. They rebooted him, but like it seems like every week it's just like less and less relevance, and it's just
Hmm.
what are we doing right now?
I want to give them, just like you, the benefit of the doubt because WWE is very heavy with talent, right? And you don't have all the hours. You have to write the stories that you can write.
Yep.
And it's a very hard business to write for because there are so many people and you can't get everybody's good. I was about to say Ricochet, but Ricochet was never really good on the mic, so never mind that. But
Everybody
like,
except Tangaloa is good.
yeah, everybody except Tangaloa is good right now, right? And so it's hard to stand on business there, but I also kind of question their choices, as to why and who gets over and who gets left behind, who gets ignored or basically pushed into obscurity. Like, let's look at, like, Selena Vega, let's look at Dragon Lee, you know.
The problem is both of the major companies I feel this way about are just so heavy, talent heavy.
Hmm.
You got a guy like Dragon Lee who can do anything. Zelina Vega, she's good on the mic. She's good in the ring. Even if they did something like with a mixed tag with her and Aleister Black because they're married or whatever, that would be cool to me.
That would be
But it's
cool.
just like this constant thing where the same people just seem to get pushed down. Like here's how irrelevant Zelina Vega feels right now. Who's talking about her being the women's United States champion?
Nobody.
Or, the fact that, but they're still talking about Chelsea Green
Right.
and what she did with that belt. And Dragon Lee, how great was he in NXT?
Amazing. One of the
And then
best
now,
luchadors, period. Petered out.
so it's a problem. It's a problem with talent. Too much talent is also
Hmm.
is rough on you as having not enough good talent. But if you
That's
noticed,
true.
I think about back in the Attitude Era, there was like 5 or 6 guys that stayed at the top.
Yeah.
Every now and then you throw in an upper mid carder to spice it up, but you're still the same 5 or 6 guys like Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Mick Foley, The Big Show,
Shawn Michaels.
Kurt Angle, Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Those
Yeah.
guys were your top guys. Everybody else, even though the mid card and the lower mid card was still relevant, though, We were
Hmm.
just excited to see Crash Holly as we were to see the New Age Outlaws
Yeah.
because the way they made them all, everyone had a character. It wasn't just we're all just tough guys with beards and ponytails. Everybody had a story, had something that made them special. And I think a lot of what I feel, this is just me, 2025, part of it is because we as fans are jaded and fickle.
Yeah,
Okay, we've
absolutely.
seen it all. We're in too much into the game. Kayfabe's dead. We know that, but we're in too deep in it now. So now everybody's just a tough guy with a beard, or a luchador in a mask, and it's like, yeah, but what makes you special? Penta is special because
Yeah,
he still has that swagger, the same swagger he carried in Mexico in AEW. He's carrying it now. Roman Reigns is special because he's got that godlike aura. But outside of like maybe 6 or 7 guys that I can think about, who has a really distinct character?
right. Jey Uso is next up.
Jey Uso, yes, he's got a distinct character. The fans are connected with him. Sami
Hmm.
Zayn and Kevin Owens, KO. Hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, please come
These
back soon.
guys,
We love you.
like Kevin Owens, yeah, I'm a tough guy that can fight, but the way he carries himself with that swagger, like I don't care who you put in front of me, I'm gonna swing for the fences. That is something that fans resonate with. So the problem now in all the companies, there's too much talent, and then nobody's distinguished themselves separate. Go on the AEW side, the Hurt Syndicate is distinguishing themselves right now.
Yep.
They're just suited and booted, and they're ready to kick butt. Excuse me. Swerve is distinguishing himself right now. He's just, to me, the best in the world right now.
Yep.
Just the way he carries himself, his demeanor, everything about him is just special. Okay. From the entrance where he's singing his own theme tones with Prince Nana hitting the everything, everything about him feels special. But then, and I'm not picking on Kenny Omega. I think Kenny Omega is legitimately one of the best of this generation. Okay.
Absolutely.
I want to make that very, very clear. I think Kenny Omega is a great wrestler. However, him and Will Ospreay, to me, are so similar that putting those two characters together makes it hard for me to distinguish as far as movesets and everything else. Does that make sense?
I just think you don't like the flippy doodah, but it's okay.
Maybe I should stay back in the old days with the Big Van Vaders and the King Kong Bundys and everything
Yeah,
else.
slapping man
Like we
meat.
make the I love athletic performances, but I feel like if you do it too much, it's less special. That's my thing.
I love it because I can't do it. I can't.
That
I
too.
can't tell you the last time I hit a backflip. I was probably 19.
I can tell you the last time I hit a backflip.
What was that?
Never. So and hey, since we're bringing it up, let's talk about Samoa Joe.
All right. I love that guy too.
Incredible in Ring of Honor,
Hmm.
incredible in TNA, incredible in NXT. He gets to the main roster and he has some moments, right? He has that great match with Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire. Like, ignore the pay per view title because it was kind of lame. But that match, though, was great. And then what do you do with him? Absolutely nothing. That phenomenal feud with AJ Styles, you get nothing. Then you send him to AEW, and the dude's still working like he did 20 years ago.
Yeah. You see the same thing with Dusty Rhodes right now.
Dustin,
Yep.
hey,
Dustin.
thoughts and prayers out to Dustin. He's got to have the knee replacements. So hopefully he can make a speedy recovery and finish up his career the way he wants to on his terms,
Yeah.
not on those knees terms.
I
Okay.
hope that if that does happen,
Uh
hopefully we can make it to whatever his final match is.
yeah, because he's the legend.
Hmm.
And even what he did with Gold Dust, that was special. That was special.
That was a special character.
You couldn't do it today.
Nope.
In the year of our Lord 2025, or if you listened last week, 2020-25,
2020,
uh,
25.
you couldn't do that character today. Just something our modern sensibilities wouldn't be okay with it.
Yeah.
So to see stuff like this, where it's like, so what are we doing wrong? Okay, I brought it up. I think there's no distinct characters anymore. Also, I think we're over reliant on certain superstars. Roman Reigns is the top dog in WWE and probably all of wrestling right now.
Yeah.
He's got the charisma, the character, and everything down perfect. But he can go away for 3 or 4 months, and the show still goes on. So why cannot we? Why can we not put some more emphasis on some of these talents, some of
Yep.
these younger guys, or some of these guys that are older, like an LA Knight, like a Karrion Kross, whose best in ring years may be behind them, but their psychology is good enough they can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Karrion Kross, I think the biggest hurdle, this is what the conversation started with, right? For him was it took too long to get over.
Yeah. He had
And I'm not putting that on Kross.
he had a niche fan base too. You know.
Yes. And then when you brought him in, I love Bo Dallas. I love the Wyatt Six. Don't get me wrong. But the Kross character would have been a good bridge to that faction, I think.
Get Killer
Because he wasn't
Kross.
as deep into this. That's all we needed. You didn't
Yep.
have to call him Killer Kross. Just let him be Killer Kross. What's
Mm-hmm.
making the War Raiders so good right now? Are the are they the War Raiders? They're not War Machine. You're letting them be War Machine, but you're not calling them War Machine. You don't have to call him Killer Kross. You could have let him be Killer Kross. What he
Yeah.
did in NXT was exactly what he should have done on the main roster. But then you
Mm-hmm.
bring him in the first time before you let him go. You have him job out to Jeff Hardy in a nothing burger match. Then you put him in that god awful gear, send him to the ring, and expect fans to embrace it. You
Right.
fire him, you bring him back, do absolutely nothing with him. They tried. I like the team he had with the Authors of Pain, but what do? Flushed it down the crapper.
Yep.
It's the same problem you're seeing in the NFL. It's the same problem you're seeing in any pro sport right now. You don't give anything time to breathe. The coach comes in and loses 3 games in a row. You fire him before he has a
Mm-hmm.
chance to get a whole season out.
That part.
Same thing in all.
Unless you're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Sorry.
Yeah, unless you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. But this
Do
isn't
what,
a.
sir?
I said unless you're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, because we've had the same coach for almost 20 years. So, and you know what? I will take this 10-7 again this year. Even
Let's
if we
switch.
did,
Let's switch over and talk about the ESPN thing real quick.
I hate it. I can't think of a better way to say it, man. Like, you already have the Netflix deal in place.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going to? You can even set it up to where it's like you have to be a premium Netflix subscriber to get the pay per views, and that's still cheaper than charging $30 a month for ESPN. Because guess what? You're gonna have people paying that, and all they ever watch is the WWE pay per views,
Yep.
and then the ESPN is just gonna sit there and rot.
So it's worth it for
I'm
me
not happy about
because
this.
yeah, it's worth it for me because I watch other sports, right?
I do
Football
too, but
season's coming up, so that's cool. NFL Network, all that. But it's not fair because like you have this bundle with Disney, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney bought the NFL Network. So there's no more of that. And it is going to be really, really hard to get people who don't have that kind of money to be able to continue to follow wrestling. Those are the people I'm concerned for.
let's keep it a buck. Wrestling is a poor man's entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
It always has been a poor man's entertainment. By the grace of God, I'm not going to call myself that. I've been blessed in my life. However, it is a poor man's form of entertainment. It was the entertainment you took your kids to because it was $3 a pop, and you could get a popcorn and a drink and not spend $20, and everybody could have a good time at that family show.
Yeah.
This TKO merger has done nothing but cost wrestling fans more since its inception.
Mm-hmm. And it's all because
You got to have it
TKO doesn't run it well.
exactly. Vince McMahon, for all his faults, and he had a lot of them. Okay, and I'm not going to sit here and praise the courts of Vince McMahon, but I will say this: Vince McMahon remembered that his audience was not a wealthy audience, and he made billions of dollars doing it. He sold out arenas, he paid his talent well, and he built an empire that was worth enough that he made billions of dollars off the sale of it to TKO. So that's the only nice thing you're going to hear me say about Vince McMahon after these allegations and everything. So I'll keep it there. They're forgetting their core audience in a sense that, that family's got to choose between, hey, I've already got Netflix and I'm paying $8 a month for it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I going to pay $30 a month when you can just watch Raw the next night and see who won?
Yep. That's exactly it, man. It's
Because that's what we did.
yeah. They'll
We
see.
didn't watch.
If it weren't for this literally being my business, right? I wouldn't do it. I can write this off on my taxes
Yep. Thanks to you guys.
thanks to you all. But
But
for those, most people can't write it off on their taxes.
no, it's an extra $30 that could be a meal on your table
Yeah.
or gas in your car to get back and forth to work, back and forth to school events. It's just one of these things, man. It's capitalism. And I'm not going to talk bad about capitalism, but at the same time, this is a negative side of capitalism.
I like capitalism, but unchecked capitalism is dangerous too.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, same brain. Because, like, this is where we lose subscribers, right? I love capitalism as a system. I think it works well when done correctly.
Right.
This WWE went unchecked for so long because they were the big dog and they were the only big dog. And even now they have more competition, but that competition's a drop in the bucket compared to what
Mm-hmm.
they're making every year. And it's not every fan can turn off their TV right now and WWE will still make a profit because of ad sponsors and TV rights deals and everything else.
It's foolproof.
I mean,
Yeah. So
so
we pray that somebody over there has a heart, even though that probably won't happen. But yeah.
we'll see what happens coming forth. Y'all see, I'm a big NFL fan, so it's like, what am I losing? But at the same time, I'm thinking about that family that doesn't have that extra $30.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, on to some, I need some positivity in my life, Joe.
Let's do it. We got a lot of positive to
So
give.
we've been working on something for a little bit. We had a goal in mind last year at WrestleCade 2024. Joe and I had a conversation that led to what you're watching right now. And we had a goal that we wanted to be able to be a vendor at that same
Yeah.
event. Well, I'm not going to get emotional,
Get emotional, man. It's
maybe a
fine.
little.
Listen, let me tell you something, Nate. You are a good friend and a great business partner. Great friend, great business partner, great brother. Um, the fact that we did have this conversation last year and we talked about it and this was birthed, right? It came out of nothing and this was birthed. A lot of people just don't move forward with things that they talk about, they say they're gonna do. But you, Nate, I'm gonna just give you your roses, your flowers. When you say you're gonna do something, you do something. And that is great to have in a business partner. That's great to have in a friend. That's great to have in a twin. And I'm extremely proud of what's coming. And I know it's going to be huge. Here I am about to get emotional too. And
So
it's a dream come true, man.
surreal.
And yeah, and I don't it's huge. I'm gonna go ahead and let you drop the news, man.
WrestleCade Saturday 2025, November 29th. I want you guys to come check out our beautiful faces. We're giving out bear hugs. We're
Yeah.
going to try and have some stuff for you guys you can purchase, check out, but really just come check out, say hello, say hi, because the Wrassle Twins are going to WrestleCade, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
Coming full circle
Ah.
where it started, and this is where we're going, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Mr. Joe,
Yes, sir.
next week's going to be episode 20
Oh my God. It's been 20 already?
already. So
Wow.
next week on episode 20, I have a proposition. I don't care what's going on in the world of wrestling.
Okay.
I think we need to tell the people the story on how we came together and how this happened.
Okay, cool. So special episode 20 where we talk about our friendship and how this
And I just
became
sprung
a
this on them,
thing.
guys. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I accept.
So, guys, Thank you for your continued support. It's because of y'all we're getting to do this. It's not lost on me that even though we have a small following, we have a great following.
Yeah,
So we love and appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to we're going to see this thing grow and see what happens with it. All right.
for sure. All right.
That being said, it was kind of a downer episode because we talked about underutilized talent, but we brought it back up. All
Yeah.
right. I hope you guys have a lovely week. We love you very much. For
Love y'all.
Joe and Nate, hope y'all have a good week.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
Peace.